Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Amphibia Season 1 Episode 19B called Anne of the Year. And you could probably recognize my voice feels, sounds a little bit better. It's because, I took a couple, lemon lozenges, still not 100%, but, it's a little bit better. But, anyway. And I got just at the very end of the episode, and tomorrow I'm gonna have the season finale, and I'm gonna try to do a live stream. So hopefully you guys can make it. I don't know what time I'm gonna do it. Could be 10 o'clock, could be 10:30, could be 11 o'clock, could be 11:30, could be midnight. I don't know. But hopefully you guys can make it, and hopefully you guys can comment. Commenting has been like a situation on my channel that I don't know, but this is the final thing, the final half before the season finale. We're right at the end, and well, let's get into it. Anne of the Year. So we first get with Anne, Hop Hop, Sprig, and Polly go to the town square with the statue in the middle with the stage, and all the townsfolk are there, and it's like, hey, what's going on? And Hop Hop's like, the mayor is about to announce Frog of the Year. We voted last week, we told you. It's like, don't you remember? It's like, no, I have no idea. I wonder why. And she had her earbuds in, and she was listening to music, and she had a magazine too. And then Hop Hop's with Sprig and Polly, and Hop Hop's like, Anne, we're gonna be voting for Frog of the Year. You want to come? And she's like, the lyrics is like, no, you'll never make me go. And he's like, okay. He's not gonna force her. I guess you don't have to vote. And then Mayor Toadstool comes to the stage. Sorry. Mayor Toadstool comes to the stage, and he has the letter of who it is, the Frog of the Year, and he's like, well, as you all know, the Frog of the Year is supposed to represent the most selfless, humble, blah blah blah. Let's get on with it. He opens it, and then, well, this can't be right. Anne Boonchoy, and it's Anne, and I was like, yeah, and Hop Hop's like, Anne, go on stage, and Hop Hop's proud because he's like, finally a planter won. I'm so proud. He has a tear inside on his finger. He's because the tear is stuck in his finger, so it's kind of sticky. And then Anne goes on stage, and I was like, Anne, and the town accepted Anne as the frog, and the planters accepted Anne as a planter, which I thought was really nice. And Anne's like, I don't know what to say. And said, thanks, guys. And Mayor Toast was like, I do. Are you people out of your frog dang mind? Anne shouldn't be, she shouldn't host the party. And she's like, party? What party? And, Toady, the mayor's assistant, is like, oh, it's only the grandest party, once a year. The Frog of the Year hosts, the party, basically. And it's like, he has a old-timey drawing, of the words, saying old Frog of the Year bash. So it's called the Frog of the Year bash, and the Frog of the Year hosts it. And then and Mayor Toast was like, yeah, and that party was supposed to represent someone who's selfless. Anne ain't selfless, far from it. He's not 100% wrong, but he kind of being mean about it. And Anne had that streak in her eye. It's like, oh yeah. Well, guess what, Anne? Anne, what am I talking about? Guess what, Mayor? You don't know me, and I'm gonna throw a party so big it will blow all your minds. And this one frog on the crowd's like, I don't want my mind blown. And she's like, that's a good thing. And he's like, okay. And then Mayor Toast was like, well, I can't wait to watch this thing go down in flames. And she's like, that's a look on her face. And the planter family's back home, and Hop Hop, Sprig, and Polly, all of them are in the living room, and he's like, well, guys, I'm gonna make this party so great, and I'm gonna prove the mayor wrong. Stupid mayor with stupid dumb face. And then, Sprig's like, Anne, don't worry about what the mayor thinks. And Polly's like, yeah, Anne, you're frog of the year. You're frog of the year. And, and Anne's like, yeah. And then, he's like, well, for a great party, there's 3 ingredients: entertainment, exclusivity, and spectacle. And Hop, you are in charge of entertainment. I dubbed thee, was MC Hop, like my master of entertainment. And he's like, oh, like my dream is coming true, because he was a failed actor, so he can finally be an actor. And then he's like, Polly, you are in charge of exclusivity. You're in charge of exclusivity. And it's your job to invite you are in charge of people coming into the party and who stays out of the party. And he gives Polly like the velvet rope, like you put for like parties and nightclubs and stuff. And Polly's like, I can't wait to abuse this power. Oh jeez, Polly. And then and then Sprig's like, what about me? And he's like, Sprig, you are the most important job of all. And he's like, oh my frog. And he's like, you are in charge of. You are gonna tell Ivy how you feel about her. And he's like, what? Yep. Every great party has a spectacle. And wouldn't it be great, the whole town watching true love blossom from their eyes? And Sprig's like, I don't know about this thing. He's even sweating. And Anne's like, please, Sprig, I need your help to make this party special. And her eyes like are presents or something. I don't know. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just like, okay. And Sprig's like, okay, I'll do it for you. And she's like, yes. Then she wears like a hat that says Fati, like Foty. I think it stands for Frog of the Year. But also I think it's Asian slang probably of like internal endearment, I think. But besides that, it's a pretty cool hat. And she's like, Loggle, really good statue. It's like a wooden carving at Anne. Stumpy, okay, food. And everyone, setting out the party and stuff. She's like, outside the town. And, she's, talking to Hop on stage. She's like, Hop, like, how are those jokes coming out? Like, how's the stand up? And he's like, okay, I got a joke for you. Like, he's like, have you ever heard the snail that went on the diet? He's a shell of his former self. It's just bad jokes. And she's like, and this is the first time we actually saw Anne with purple eyeshadow. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, Anne is 13, 14, so but this is the first time I ever saw her with it. Okay. And she's like, it's a little bit slow, but you just keep on working on it. And say, hey, Sprig, my man, how's that, confession coming? And he's like, well, okay, well, it's gonna go something like this. Ivy, there's something I gotta tell you. That looking, he tripped over a rock. I mean, he's like practicing with the kind of like a Ivy dummy, kind of like scarecrow, actually, better term. And he trips and falls on her, and her head comes off, and his lens on Sprig. He's like, ah, kind of like Hop when he was acting like around Sylvia. He's just all nervous and stuff. That's pretty funny. And he's like, no, this needs work too. And it's like, Polly, that's not what those are for. And she's using it as nunchucks. How it says you. And she knocked some crates of like some bottles and stuff. And then the mayor comes by. It's like what I tell you, Toady, this thing is gonna be the worst Frog of the Year bash ever. And Anne's like, no. And this is like my complaint about the episode. I think I only had 2 complaints this episode, right? Was it only 2? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it was only 2. But this was the first one where Anne gets really mad and she's throwing the wrong party for like the wrong occasion. This is supposed to be about someone who's humble, and she's acting like so selfish right here. And I'm just like, ugh, Anne, you're ruining it. It's like no, this needs to be like the greatest party ever. Hoppa, let me see those jokes. He's like, you know what? What it said, stand up is all passe. Why don't you go do some improv? Improv? I've never done that. Sprig, work on that confession. get some confidence. He's like, hey, Stumpy, what's that slop? You gotta throw that out and get some fresh fish, like sashimi. He's like, what's a sashimi? It's like, it's fresh fish, okay? Get it. And it's like, like, Lago, redo that statue, man. Like, make it cooler. And Lago's like, you serious? Because it's like a wooden carving, so that like took forever. And he's like get rid of those that jug band with like a DJ. And where the heck is that chocolate fountain? And and Sprig's like, Anne, don't you think you're taking this a bit seriously? And she's like, no. And she's like, all right, everyone, we got a Regis party like in 24 hours. Hop to it, hop. And it goes to nighttime, and it's basically like a nightclub version. And there's Polly with a big bodyguard with all tattoos and stuff. I think it's the same guy that Sprig thought he was selling jelly samples. He's like, oh, did you got great samples? And he's like, that's not a sample yet, that big mace. Like, you gotta pay up. So it's the same guy from the, what was the episode called? Planter's Last Stand. So, okay, he may come back. And he's like, and Polly invites everyone, like, you. And like, oh, not you. And it's Wally. He's like, oh. And he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. You get in here. And Wally's like, yay, validation. And you get Anne making like a Great Gatsby reference. And I read the book, very sad people in the Great Gatsby. I actually made a board game about the Great Gatsby. I actually think it went pretty well, actually. Yeah. Well, anyway, enough about that. Anne's wearing like a white suit. Her hair is like all slick and stuff. I actually really liked it. And she even had a was it a cane? It's not curving. Yeah, cane, staff. It was a cane and staff. It had like a golden fly on it, and and she's wearing two shoes. And she's like, welcome to the greatest Frog of the Year bash ever. And there's a DJ. He's like, oh, I'm a frog DJ. And there's fire twirlers. There's a giant chocolate fountain. There's a dabbing statue of Anne. Since Anne isn't actually doing it, I don't mind it, and it's pretty funny of how they do it. So okay, and they got the. Then you see Sprig with seeing Ivy there, Ivy's just standing there, and then Sprig's like, okay, Sprig, you can do this. And he punches himself like, for Anne! Ah! And then, she's like, oh, hey, Sprig. And he turns all white. He's like, ah! And, we actually, get to, Hop doing his improv. He's like, oh, okay, everyone, I'm gonna do some improv. You, sir, in the back. Like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from the same town as you, buddy. Oh, great. Because that's what you do. You play out from, someone's city, but everyone's from Wartwood, so I'm from here. And then Mayor Toast is like, okay, Stumpy, what you got here? And it's like, I got sashimi. It's a mud skipper. Oh, it's a fresher. Oh, you can't get fresher. And it's alive. They did the same thing with the Kraken. Why isn't it cooked? They did it again. It is funny to first time watch it. Oh my god, it's alive. It's gonna kill someone probably. But they did it again. It's not a huge complaint. I'm just like, why is it alive? It's, oh, you can't get fresher. But you cook things that are dead. So it's a 90% right now. But they're the mud skipper is like chasing the mayor around, which is funny because the mayor's a jerk. And these people are not used to dance to the music. Like, I don't know how to dance to this music. It's like this guy's like this. She's like angry dancing, and they just go away. And the hop up comes to Anne, like, you do your comedy, Anne. I can't go back out there. And you see the mud skipper's chasing everyone, and she just takes off her sash like, oh, this party stinks, like some Frog of the Year that I turn out to be. And then the mud skipper hits the dabbing statue of Anne and just falls, and the fire twirlers, the fire from the fire twirlers gone into the statue, and then the whole place is catching on fire. And Lago's like, well, at least the place is lit now, Anne. Because Anne made a statement like, this party has to be lit. If it's not, it'll be lame. So Lago's like, oh, at least it's lit now. Ha ha. and it's like, I gotta save everyone. And then, she wrangles up this mud skipper, and since she's going all around the, like, when her hair's getting messed up, all the leaves and twigs go back in her hair. That's why you see, like, leaves and twigs, like, right there, so. Okay. And, like, she's like, ugh. And, she's, and, she's like wrangling the mud skipper, and, she grabs the Mayor Toadstool, like, oh, didn't I tell you this thing will burst out in flames? And she grabs the mayor's like, Mayor Toadstool, I need your help to save the town. He's like, oh, me work with you? And she's like, ugh. He's like, okay, just this once. And he's grabbing the townsfolk, and he's like, vote for me. And then, it's like, hey, the Mayor Toadstool, have you ever used a chocolate fountain before? He's like, are you kidding me? He's like, grab my signal, now. And he's like, let her rip. And then, he's like dousing like the chocolate fountain onto the fires. The mud skipper's tired. She de-wrangled it. And, everyone got off of the mud skipper. And the Mayor Toast's like, hey, well, we did it. And, that's pretty nice. The mayor didn't have to, even Anne gave him a look. He didn't have to do it. So he saved the town. That's pretty cool. And he's like, oh, we did it. And Anne's like, yeah, we did. You were right about me, Mayor. I am selfish. I don't deserve it. She handed the sash back to the mayor. It said, like, I wanted to prove this, that I deserved it so much. I forgot what the party was about. Why did anyone vote for me anyway? And Hop, this speech, I loved it. And we didn't vote for you because you're flawless. Far from it, and that's true. We voted for you because of how far you come. You've grown so much in your time here. And this town wouldn't be the same without you. And your was like, here, that's why I voted for her. And, and Anne's just, and like, Anne's like, oh, and then Mayor Toadstool finally comes around and is like, I tried to fight it, but even I have to admit, I'm impressed, a little impressed how you saved the whole town from a raging inferno. Here, you do deserve this. Like, he gives back the sash, and Anne's crying. Oh, thanks, Mayor. He's like, yeah. Don't mention it. Come on, everyone. Let's salvage this fiasco. And, everyone's just, dancing to normal music. And some people's, like, scrubbing the mud skipper. Like, oh, here's a good mud skipper. And, then you get Anne right here. And she went back in normal clothes. I kind of remember from the episode Hop and Lock, when she wore the dress the entire time. Like, even, like, though, like, that suit was to represent, like, vanity and stuff like that. I don't know. Even when Hop gave the speech and she recognized what she did was wrong, I still think she could have worn the suit. I would have really preferred it. She wore it the whole time at the party. I mean, her school clothes is fine. I just would have preferred, like, the suit. Whatever. It's a little minor complaint. 85%. But, anyway, then, Sprig is with Anne by this table. You don't see Sprig right now because I'm about to tell you. Anne's like, hey, Sprig, I'm sorry for making you rush your confession to Ivy. You do that when you're good and ready. And she's like, he's like, thanks, Anne. When the time's right, I'll know it. And Ivy goes to Sprig and say, hey, Sprig, I've been meaning to ask you something. Would you like to go out with me sometime? And she has one eye open looking at Sprig. And she's like, and it's like, And, like, and then, and Ivy covers her face is whole, like, really red. And she covers up her face. And it's like, oh, no, it's stupid. And, and Sprig's like, wait, wait. I'd love to. And he covers up his face, too. And Ivy just blushes. And he's like, you want to dance? And she's like, yeah, heck yeah. And then you just see Anne all alone. And then, and Anne's laughing right here. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, here we go. Sorry. No. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. I know that like image with like from Prison Breaks. Sorry. Don't worry about that. And you see the Toady comes. Hey Anne. Actually, he does it with more respect, not Anne. He's like, Miss Frogadier, there's someone waiting for you on the bridge. They say that they're a friend. And Anne's like, a friend? And like, You see, oh wait, I want to go back a little bit. No, 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 no. Where was the beautiful? No, there we go. Oh, it took forever. I just loved like the fireflies and the blue mushroom and the night sky. Oh, I loved it. Took forever. And she like is like kind of and look at the red moon in the background and like who is that? And like and she's like and she turns around and it's Sasha and she's like Anne and yeah and like and she's like look, Sasha and like and then they're hugging each other and look at the beautiful night sky and a bridge, two different sides of the bridge. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And they're hugging each other and stuff. And like Marcy's like, oh, look, I can't believe you're here. I woke up all alone. Is Marcy with you? I miss you so much. And like and Sasha's like, I'll fill you in later. Yeah, I'll fill you in later. I'm just glad we found you. And it's like, we? And it's like, yeah, you're just some friends of mine. And this is the final clip I wanted to do. Hopefully it's not too long.
Nice to finally meet you, and
Ooh, sorry. Sorry. that gave me a heart attack. Oh. Give me a minute. I'm sorry. That just. Oh, that gave me a heart attack. Oh, that so just popped. It just popped out of nowhere. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it right here. This is where I meant to end it, and it just popped out of nowhere. Oh, my heart. Whew. Whew. Okay, and the episode just ends right there. And he's like, "You're nice to finally meet you, Anne Boone Choi." Sasha told Grandma, and the toads are here, gonna march on the valley. Oh no. Another complaint I had. So overall, this half of the episode was at 80% for me. It was a great half of the episode. So overall was see, like first half was 90, second half 80, 85, 90, 85. So overall, this was a great episode, 85%. This complaints was Anne, you ruined the party. The mud skipper was alive and changed out of her suit. Another complaint is that they didn't change the ending, which I really like. They did the same thing for DuckTales. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna try to review that again. If I do it, that's gonna be in a very, 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 very long time. But it's very unlikely because I did it before. It didn't really work out, so it's very slim to none if I can do it again. But the season. Like the episode before the season finale, like there was like the same normal happy music and like everything that we just learned, and you're playing that type of music. Same thing here where like the toads are here, they're marching on the valley, and I might be wrong, I might be like wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure they played the same music where Anne and Sprig are by like the candlelight and Anne and Sprig are reading books and stuff, and Sprig falls asleep and Anne falls asleep, which is nice, but not for this type of episode, this ending and stuff, like, So overall, this half was at 80%. Overall, the entire episode was at 85%, B+. We're going to get to the season finale, people. Reunion. And it's obviously a reunion between Anne and Sasha. And Captain Grimes here with the Toad Army. Oh no, and I'm going to try to do a live stream. I am going to try to do that. First time. Hopefully nothing gets in the way. And gonna be the last episode of season 1, and then next week on Tuesday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the Owl House or Big City Greens, because I'm going to take a break from Amphibia. I don't know, maybe somehow I'm going to get back to Amphibia somehow, but like, don't worry about Amphibia for now. I am going to be doing a live stream because I wanted to do that for the Owl House Season 1 finale, but because I went, on vacation, it didn't work out. I'm not going on vacation this time, so, like, out of state, I mean, so I think I'll be able to do it tomorrow this time. So, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live stream of Amphibia Season 1 Episode 20 Reunion, the Season 1 finale. Alright, bye.